Alright, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everybody. So this week's lecture, we will look into the second topic of real estate agency practice 1. Um, for this topic, we will look at the acts and regulations governing the property profession, and the aim of the topic is for you to have an exposure towards all the acts and regulation that governs estate agency practices. So the content for the lecture this week, so I will cover topic 1, 2 and 3, which is number 1 is the regulatory bodies affecting real estate agency practice. Number 2 is the procedure and examinations, whereby for you to become a probationary estate agent and also registered estate agent. And number 3, I think is the most important aspect of our profession, which is the agency fee. What type of fees that you can get and how much is the fees that is available to us. Okay. So number 1 is of course the regulatory body affecting the real estate agency practice in Malaysia. So as we know, regarding this, we have the Board of Valuer, Appraiser, Estate Agent and Property Managers Malaysia, which was set up in 1981 under the purview of the Ministry of Finance Malaysia. Why it was set up in 1981 is because of the Act. Our Act was passed by Parliament in 1981 and being gazetted. So therefore, this is the source of power for the Board of Valuer to carry out their supervision, to carry out the overview relating towards the profession in our country. Okay, so its primary function is to regulate the valuer, appraiser, estate agent and property managers practicing in Malaysia. We have to follow all of their circulars, their bylaws, because they get their power from the Act. So if we know anything for legal procedures, everything, the Act is the most important binding document in our country. Okay, so this is the Act. Like I said to you, you need to purchase this document for you to refer, especially relating towards the estate agency sections, whereby it will help to give you more understanding relating towards the uh, the profession. Okay. Besides that, we also have the rule, which is the Valuer, Appraiser and Estate Agent Act, 1986. It's not the act, it's the rule. Okay. And then, of course, from that, the Board of Valuer have already derived the Malaysian Estate Agency Standard. So these two documents is compulsory for you to have, to refer, and then we will be also using for our subject for this semester. Okay, so part 3 of the Act, Board of Valuer, it states relating towards the information of the board, whereby the board must be a corporate body with perpetual succession, meaning perpetual, they have in continuous the president of the board, the member of the board, and they have a common seal and which can sue and also be sued, and all members shall be citizens of Malaysia and practicing their profession in Malaysia. The member of the board shall hold office for 3 years or for shorter period as the minister may specify and shall be eligible for reappointment. Okay, so for the minister in charge is of course the Ministry of Finance, Minister of Finance. So the minister have the power to appoint the people to become members of the board. So if any member die or resign or his appointment be revoked, new member shall hold office for the remainder of the term. So consists of the member appointed by the minister. Of course, number 1 is the president of the Board of Valuer. So in this case, based on the Act, the Director General of the Valuation and Property Services Department, or as we know is JPPH. So the Director General ataupun Ketua Pengarah Jabatan Penilaian. So Ketua Pengarah ni memang sangat besar lah kuasa dia, dan dia menjadi Presiden Board of Valuer. Okay, and then we have another 6 registered valuer from the public services, either from JPPH or even uh, from the local authority or statutory body, statutory body like KWSP, Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri, or even Lembaga Kereta Api Malaysia, from public institutions also, like UiTM, UTHM, or even UTM, whereby it's also considered part of public services. So afterwards, we have another 4 registered valuer who have at least 6 years professional experience as valuer and being nominated by ISM, Institute of Surveyor Malaysia, Royal Institute of Surveyor Malaysia. So Royal Institute of Surveyor Malaysia, they can nominate these 4 registered valuers. And afterwards, we have 3 registered estate agent with at least 6 years experience as estate agent. So it's very important for our profession, whereby we have this registered estate agent to help the board, whereby they can contribute regarding their knowledge and also experience, in knowing what is the current situation relating towards the profession. And another 3 registered valuer nominated by the president of the board. So of course, president of the board, as we know, is the Director General of JPPH. Okay, so this one you can read through some of the subsections or sections, how the appointment can be made, who is the appointment, who is the appointees, and everything. Okay, so the main functions of the board, according towards section 10 of the Valuer Appraisal Estate Agent and Property Managers Act 1981, is number 1 is to keep and maintain the registered valuers, the appraiser, the estate agent, the probationary valuer and probationary estate agent. And now they have another register, which is the probationary property manager and also registered property manager. And this is because of the previous amendment on the act to include together property manager. So also they have the register of the firm of valuer, firm of appraiser, and also estate agent. For appraisers, we have, I think, 5 or 6 appraisers still left, because these appraisers were people that were not having any qualification prior towards the act, but they practice the actions of a valuer, and then when the act came out in 1981, the appraisers were then registered under the board also. But for us to become a new registered appraiser is not possible anymore, because they are not taking any more appraisers. We only have valuer, estate agent, and also property managers. Okay. Number 2 is for the board to approve and reject applications for registration. Number 3, to hold disciplinary proceeding. So if you are behaving or doing things that constitute towards misconduct, then you can be held under these proceedings by the board of valuer, so they can take action towards you. Number 4 is to conduct examination, whereby if you don't have the necessary qualification that exempts you from taking the examination, then you have to take the examination. So let's say if you are a lawyer, and then you don't have a diploma in estate management or a degree in estate management, so you have to take papers by the board, whether it's being conducted in INSPAN or in other external organization. You have to take these academic papers and you have to pass them, until you can get all of the papers being passed. Then you can go towards the registration to become a probationary estate agent or probationary valuer. Item number 5 is to prescribe the scale of fees. Item number 6, to regulate the professional conduct or ethics of valuer, appraiser, and estate agent, whereby they produce this current circulars whereby stating like estate agents cannot publish their advertisement on lampposts, on billboards, without diminishing the integrity of the profession. So we have to bear in mind the regulations that the board have provided. So we must stay and ensure of our conduct to always remain in a professional manner. And then of course, the last item, item number 7, is the board also can award scholarship, whereby is an annual scholarship, whereby they see the best students amongst the property management or estate management discipline, and then they can give scholarship. So this is uh, so this is reserved for the very best of you. So if you feel that you are qualified, you will always maintain a 3.8, 3.9 pointer, then you can apply for this board of valuers scholarship. Okay. So number 2 is the procedure and examination. We will look so regarding as the examinations, the fee, and also the academic qualifications recognized by the board. So for the examination, this is for the people that don't have the qualifications, whereby they only have a SPM, or they have a degree or diploma in other professions, whereby they must have this ability of not being less than 70 years and have 5 subject pass and 3 credit level for the SPM. And then for the examination, they have to take the written examination, like I said before. Whether they take these papers, like what you are doing now. You have papers in building survey, building technology, paper in valuation, paper in estate agency. So if you complete your diploma program, then you are exempted from taking this written examination, whereby you can straight away go towards your probationary estate agent. And after you complete your term of probationary estate agent, then you can take the TPC, which is the test of professional competence. So this is some of the candidacy for you to sit to for TPC. You must become a probationary estate agent for at least 2 years, and then you have passed uh, or either you have passed the examination, or you possess the exemption, which is the diploma or the degree in estate management. Okay, so this is the way for us to go and become a probationary estate agent, and then completing the assignments needed, and then going for TPC. And after you have passed all of this, then you can become a registered estate agent. Okay, so for the rule, the fee for the examination, you can read through here, and the appeals regarding the examination also is located under rule 40. Okay, so this is some of the fees that you need to pay if you are taking papers. You don't have the diploma, you don't have the degree, you are taking paper. For estate agent, 100 ringgit, 100 ringgit per subject. For exemption, if you want to apply for exemption, you have also to pay some of the fee. Okay, so this is the most important aspect for us, whereby the board of valuer exempts some of the academic programs, whereby they don't have to take that before this, the examinations, the papers, everything. So some of the qualification that we can relate to us is diploma in estate management. So this is your diploma, starting from the intake 1995, University Technology Mara. So we are exempted for the examination. So you can straight away go and register as a probationary estate agent. Okay, for UTM also, diploma in valuation from 2000 until 2004. But right now, UTM, they don't have any diploma in valuations anymore. And other than that, is bachelor in property management, intake 2005. So below than 2005, the bachelor in property management is not recognized to become an estate agent. Bachelor of Science in Land Admin and Development, ATEC 1984, Diploma in Real Estate Management. Besides that, if you have a certificate in estate agency from INSPAN, the National Institute of Evaluation, then also you can straight away go towards probationary estate agent. Imperial Institute of Technology, whereby a private college, their diploma in estate management program also is recognized by the board. For Australia, we have also for valuer, of course, valuer you must have at least a bachelor degree, then you can become a probationary valuer and afterwards a registered valuer. Bachelor of Survey, Bachelor of Science, UITM, Advanced Diploma in Estate Management. Previously, when we are still institute, we are still an institute, not a university. We have an advanced diploma, and then this advanced diploma is the equivalent of a bachelor degree. Okay, and then afterwards, your Bachelor of Estate Management is from 2003 and until above. University Malaya, University Tun On, Binary, University College, and others. Okay. So, the most important aspect for us to carry out our profession is, of course, we have to get the fees. This is the bread and butter of our profession, whereby the estate agency fee or commission is based on the 7th schedule of the rule 1986 and the MIA standard in standard 4. Other than the fee or commission, you are also allowed to claim for travel, whereby the distance between the agent's office and the property is more than 40 kilometers. Let's say you have a listing in JB and your office is in Shah Alam, then you can claim. You can claim from the principal if it is more than 40 kilometers. Of course, from JB to Shah Alam is about 300 kilometers something, then you can claim the whole 300 kilometers. No discount is allowed than the prescribed minimum fee. Okay. Other than that, other claims like printing, plan, document, lithography, travel, cost of media advertisement, signboard, brochure, and other promotional material. But usually in practice, the agent just take the maximum of 3%, 3.18%. 18% meaning is the service tax. So our fee will usually take 3%. But if the client is willing to pay of all of these additional claims, then go for it. You can try to ask the claim first, but maybe sometime because you want to secure the business and also the listing, you just said, okay, I'm satisfied with the 3% commission. Okay. So fee for the sale and purchase. For land and building, the maximum fee allowed is 3%. So if you are a registered estate agent or negotiator, of course, prescribed by the rule of the board, under 7th schedule of the rule, we can only get 3%. So if you are a illegal broker, then you can charge whatever percentage that you want. But if you are being caught, then of course you can be jailed to 3 years and also fined 300,000 ringgit. Other than that is the chattel, including plant and machinery, 10% of the proceed. So 10% is for plant and machinery, whereby the transaction is much more complicated and difficult and involves machines, involves items of a factory usually, whereby these factories and machines have a very big value, and the potential buyer uh, is not as many as potential buyer for the land and building, for the houses, for the commercial properties. Okay. Fees for other mode of transactions such as JV, joint venture, sale of company, property swap needed to be mutually agreed upon between the estate agent and the client. So this kind of fee is actually permissible under the board for you to get more than 3%. Like you are selling the company, or even you are doing joint venture for development. Okay. So for the minimum fee is subjected for 2,000 ringgit property. If let's say you are selling a low cost apartment at 30,000 ringgit, then the minimum fee shall be 2,000 ringgit. So if you just take the 3%, how much you are going to get from 30,000 ringgit? I think you will get only 900 ringgit. So it's not possible for us to conduct the transaction. It's just going to be a waste of time and also energy. So therefore the board already imposed minimum is 2,000. Okay. So the above scale apply to any SMP by way of private treaty, tender, or any other mode of disposal or acquisition. Tender, auction, or whatsoever. For sale and marketing of project by registered estate agent, the fee are to be agreed between estate agent and the client. Let's say you have a developer that appoints you to become an estate agent. So therefore, if let's say the developer offered you 3%, then of course you as an estate agent, you must negotiate or even accept the fee that is being offered. Okay. Sale of foreign property in Malaysia or sale of Malaysian property in foreign country, the minimum fee shall not be lesser than 1% of the property value. So this one is the minimum, but if you wanted to get more than that, is 3%. So 1% and 3%. Okay. So example of the calculation, if let's say we look at the sale of land, 870,000 ringgit. You are trying to sell 870, you times with 3%, then the total amount is 26,100 ringgit plus other claims, like you print the plan and you conduct the advertisement, like you print the billboard with the professional way, professional manner. You post online on mudah.my and everything. So total disbursement 2,000 ringgit, and the total agency fee chargeable 26,000 plus 2,000 is should be 28,000. It's not 26, 28,000. So if the distance is less than 40 kilometers and the fee is 3%. So another one, you have to add 3.1, you have to add 1.8%, 0.18% as the sales tax needed to be paid to the government. This is for SMP. And then you have to look at the letting or tenancy. So the maximum fee, if you are finding potential tenants, is 1.25 months of gross rental. Let's say the rental fee, the rental is 1,000 ringgit per month, then you can get 1.25, which became 1,250 ringgit. So if it is exceeding 3 years, it's not anymore rental. It's already a lease. So a further 0.25 months gross rental for every additional year, regardless of any rent review. Let's say you are leasing for 10 years, so you can get 1.25 and then 0.25 times 7 more years. 7 more years. So you count how much rental that you are going to be making. So minimum fee shall be of at least 1 month rental. So if you rent out 1,000 ringgit per month, then your fee is 1,000 ringgit. Okay. So commission for tenancy exceeding 3 years shall be based on the initial term rental provided. Always the tenancy period is a fixed term, and tenancy renewal is 50% of the fees chargeable under lettings, whereby if the tenancy is already up to 3 years and then they wanted to renew for another 3 years, then you have to get at least half of if you charge 1 month, half than that. If the previous rental is 1,000 ringgit, then you must charge another 500 ringgit. Okay. Example of the letting calculation, like I stated before, 3 year 2,500 ringgit. 2,500 times 1.25 is 3,125 ringgit, plus the disbursement and also the claim. It became 3,325 ringgit. So the minimum fee according to 1 month is 2,500 ringgit, and the maximum fee is 1.25 plus the claim. Then you can get this kind of amount. But this actually it depends on your negotiation between principal and yourself. But usually, if you wanted to give the minimum, it's up to you. The maximum is up to you. Whether the principal is willing to appoint you or not, that's the main question. Okay. All right. So that's about it for our lecture for this week, and I hope everybody can have a better and much more understanding relating towards the three main items that we have looked for today, which is the regulatory body, the procedure and examination, and also agency fee. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can directly PM me, or even you put in the questions inside the Padlet, and I will try to attend as soon as possible. With that, I will end the lecture for this week with wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.